What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. I'm Josh. That's Jake. Jacob is not here. It's just Andrew to my left. I don't know how it shows up in the recording, but currently you are to my left. There is
We'll
nobody
see.
beneath me. There's nobody beneath me because Jacob is not here. So we got a duo for you. The fam is out visiting him in North Carolina. So he is busy with that, and he will be back next week for our regularly scheduled program. But that's all right because Andrew and I are holding down the fort, and we're talking some so rare.
Yeah,
But before we get into all that, Andrew, how you doing tonight, man? It's hot
it's
today.
it's toasty. I was out all day yesterday. I think it's funny. I was in Alaska for a week. That's why I
Hmm.
missed two podcasts ago now, and it was a break from the summer weather, and I had to reacclimate to the summer temperatures when I got back. Thankfully, I'm fully back yet, but I have to tell you, man, there's part of me that was like, I want to play golf today, but then there's
Hmm.
another part of me that was like, I don't want to golf in a sauna right now. Give me like 85 with low humidity, fine, that's one thing, but if
Right.
it feels like I'm just walking through a cloud of water, hot water. I don't know. I maybe with a couple Gatorades, that would be an okay round, but
Sure.
um, but
Gatorade, sure.
you do hit the ball farther though,
You
man.
do.
I don't know.
You
You
do.
do hit it further, so
It's
I
true.
kind of like that. I kind of like that. I don't know. Is it too
Andrew,
hot to golf? Is there
Andrew,
such a
I
thing
I played golf today.
in the
It's
afternoon or the morning?
it was in the morning.
Okay, that's different.
It was very toasty though. Like I normally like work up a good sweat when I golf, but like this was different. Like it was like you were just damp the whole time. But it's never ever too warm or hot to play golf. I will die
Okay,
on that
good.
hill.
Literally, maybe.
Literally, I may die on that hill or on that
Yeah,
putting green. But
bunker.
it is in the bunker most likely. It's never too hot to play golf though.
Good, good. I'm in agreement there. You do need to make sure you're hydrating. Beer
True,
or water.
true.
Gatorade. Gatorade is a life.
Yeah, that is true. The one like weather event that will stop me is like a thunderstorm because swinging a metal club with lightning happening is stupid. But even like a lighter rain, like I don't really mind. I'll play golf in most conditions. That being said, in Wisconsin, when it drops below like probably 50, if we're being honest, that's getting too cold. That's like shattering your driver because it's
It's
cold
true.
situation. So that's kind of my breaking point.
If I see my breath, that's how I know it's
That's fair.
probably not a good time to tee off right now.
That's fair.
Um, no, it's sick. How'd you play? How'd you shoot?
It was pretty good. We went with our fantasy football group.
Oh,
8 out of the 10 guys went. So we had two foursomes. So we did four two-man scrambles.
oh,
Um, and the prize on the line was everyone else pays the winner's entry fee into the fantasy football league this year.
oh. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So you're paying twice or
Um,
paying none at all.
correct.
Okay.
So we
Sounds
took
like a
second.
story.
We lost by one stroke.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
It
We had
sounds like
one
you were not
we
in a
had
golden
one
room.
putt. No, not in a golden room. We had one putt that like hit the back of the cup and bounced up in the air and didn't go in. Yeah. So, but that's all
That's
right. I
crazy.
I played decently. I was we kind of paired up based on like who's the best and then who's the worst and then kind of went
Okay.
down the line. So I was suggested as the best player in the group, which I guess I'll take. I'm happy that other people think that I'm good. But that also meant that I was with the quote unquote worst person in the group, but he actually played pretty well today, so we were a pretty good team.
There we go. I mean, I my last round last week, I didn't share it on the podcast. I got my
Yeah.
first ever eagle. That
Heck
was
yeah.
that was sick. It was
That's
a
awesome.
275. Again, hot weather, you hit it further.
True.
I smoked it 275, carried the green,
It's
uh,
awesome.
like left it for like 5 feet for eagle.
Imagine.
It was insane. I Part of it was there was this very slow group in front of us, so I think I was just a little angry, and maybe I need to
Mm,
play golf like angry. So I was kind of
yeah.
sending a message. I was like, I want to just hit it towards them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I smoked it. So I
You,
don't know, play golf angry.
you got to find the balance because there's a breaking point. If you get
Oh
too
yeah,
angry, then
you break clubs. You
that
break
can go
clubs.
down a slope for sure. For sure. We've
Yeah,
all been there. We've
yeah.
all been there. Well,
Golf.
golf. Well, we're not here to talk about golf, man. We're here to talk about baseball, and more specifically, we're here to talk about So Rare. We had a pretty big update come out between
Yeah.
podcasts. It's a couple days old now at this point, but we got our mid-season surge update from So Rare. And it literally says here, updates that power your game.
Power your game. Get in
I
the
like
game.
it.
It's like that's their tagline, right? Instead of
Yeah.
EA Sports, get in the game.
Yeah.
It's so rare sports. Play the game. What is it? You do it.
Up power your game.
So rare sports. Power your game. All right.
So
All
Rare
right. I like it.
Enterprises.
It sounds
Yeah,
good.
so the updates are focused on arenas, which are coming, it seems like permanently now. And then we're also got this Legend Vault situation going on. And then we also got updates to the prize pool, which we love. We love updates to the prize pool. So I think we should just go right in order of kind of how this update is laid out, if that works for you.
Yeah, let's start with Arena because I feel like that's the biggest change since it is a permanent fixture. Like Josh alluded to, this is a new competition. We saw it briefly during the All-Star break. I should have entered cards, but I don't think I had enough in season. And to be honest, I wasn't confident enough in who was going to play within the All-Star game to like, because what's cool about the Arena, so everyone puts up Essence. And there's going to be two formats for this. During the All-Star break, obviously, I think it was just a daily competition because it was just a single game. But the arena will be daily and bi-weekly, but the gist is the same for both. At the start of the competition, you're going to be matched up against 10 or 9 other people. You each put up 50 or 100 essence, depending on the format. And the top players, the top 50%, get at least what they put into it back. And the bottom 50% don't get anything back. It's kind of like what your team did today in golf, Josh. It's you guys basically created an arena where
We
you went
did.
head to head and you said, "All right, I'm either gonna pay, get my money back at least, or not gonna win at all." So I don't know. It's kind of like real life too. And it
Yeah.
sounds like it's gonna be a normal lineup. And if you use classic cards, you're going to have to energize them. But I'm looking at this, the cost of energy is only 5 per card. But it in the daily, but in the bi-weekly, it seems like you can use classic cards with no cost, no
Hmm.
energy cost. So that's an interesting wrinkle there. But 50 for the daily and 100 for bi-weekly. Do you think that's a fair price? Like, do you want to risk more? Do you want to risk less?
Um, it's kind of interesting, right? Because most game weeks are on average 3 games. So we'll just say 3 days. So 3 times 50 would be 150. So are you getting a little discount for playing the bi-weekly as opposed to the daily? Um, but I think that extra, or I guess like discount for the 100 is the rewards.
Yeah.
I think they're fair based on what the rewards are giving. Um, but I'm a little confused. I don't know if you want to jump into the rewards right away, but um,
So one thing with the cost, like, did you ever this is probably an American audience thing, or maybe this game was worldwide. This
mhm,
when I was maybe we were in high school, late middle school, there was an iPhone game or iTouch game where you played pool against another person,
mhm,
and the better you did, the more coins you won, and the
right.
more you progressed, the more was at stake. So
Right.
early on in the game, you put up 500 coins to play against someone. If you won, you got 1,000. Later on, there was 5,000 coin rooms where it was the same thing, but the stakes were a little bit higher. Given the fact that you're just randomly put against nine other people, why not have the ability to put like why not create like whale rooms, sperm whale rooms, small fish rooms where you're like, if I want to put up 500 essence, I want to, and you could maybe find nine other people, and if it's just like a competition where if you don't find nine other people willing to take on that amount, you just get your essence back. Your lineup is canceled. But with both the daily and I wonder is it enough? Like if you're a whale, and I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, do I want like put up more essence? Like, wouldn't that be like raise the stakes? Like, why? I think this is a good start, but if I would love to see over time potentially the ability to just like jack up the essence we're putting down.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, I get what you're saying for sure. Um, I have a question.
Yeah,
What if it doesn't fill?
it's a good
Because
question.
the odds of there being a multiple of 10 to be able to create an even number of rooms, we'll call them, um, or even number of arenas
Right.
are very light unlikely. That's just not going to happen. So like let's say 137 people play
Yep.
this limited arena. What happens to those last seven people?
I would imagine, yeah, that's a good. I would hope that so you do with both the daily and the biweekly, you can submit multiple lineups. I would
Mm,
hope that they would, let's say maybe, of those 137, maybe there's a couple people that have submitted multiple lineups. I would hope that everyone gets one match and then the rest is like the, seven remaining were the third or second lineups from some whales that wanted to play more. But yeah, I think it would be a complete miss if there are people that just didn't get filled, and hopefully, yeah, the last like that get cut off would be someone's second or third lineup, and they're getting enough chances as it is.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's do it. Let's jump into the rewards.
Yeah, looking at this, yeah, I think the rewards have to be enticing because at the end, we were talking about this before we recorded. The rewards with any solar competition, really anything, it's why am I playing this? Is it worth my time? Is it worth, given the fact that there's still going to be daily competitions, there's still going to be the standard biweekly competitions. Is it worth it to play in this new format? And I think, we'll have our answer with these prize pools in a second, but yeah, let's jump in. Should we look at the daily first?
Yeah, we'll do daily first, and we'll just do it based on the limited
Yeah.
rooms because the alternate scarcities are basically the same rewards, just the other scarcities with a little bit higher payouts.
Yep. You just win the different essence. Like if you're playing
Yeah,
super rare, you win super rare essence. What we say with limited can probably be extrapolated to the other scarcities. So
right.
yeah, completely agree.
So looking at the initial daily limited, not the golden room, just the normal room, uh, first place in that arena room gets a tier two card.
Okay.
Tier
Okay.
two card. Not bad. Second place gets 175 essence, third 150 essence, fourth 75 essence, and fifth gets their essence, their entry essence back. So they get 50 back. Um, right off the bat, I kind of wish fifth place was higher. I think
Mm.
if you're finishing in the top half, you should get more than what you put in.
I don't know, 50th percentile. That's I no,
You
I
think?
think it's I think that's
You
fine,
think that's fair?
honestly.
You think that's fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because and what's interesting, okay, doing some quick math, 175, 150, 75, is that the same? So we're taking an essence cut of this? 175
It's
plus one.
450 essence total.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
So there's a little, so an essence gets removed. Whoa, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. Um, yes, I think. fifth place should get their money. I mean, arguably, man, I would even support like only paying out the top 40 or top four, or top three, even,
Yeah.
making that prize a little
I
bit
was
better. Where it's,
thinking
yeah,
I was thinking top four, and then fourth would get 100 essence, third would get 150, second would get 200,
yeah,
and then first would get a card. So
yeah.
that way you're the top four, so the upper half, and then you take out that fifth place. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about.
Because you could also reward, and they do this with the daily competitions too. XP. XP is you used to just get it for free. You still do, but now you can win it additionally. If what we propose, if they do get rid of the fourth or fifth payout, maybe with from an essence perspective, maybe you give XP instead, where hey, I didn't
Sure,
win my essence back, but hey, at least I got some XP out of it. That's a little consolation prize, and I don't think that's gonna harm the market too much.
sure.
But
So looking down a little bit here, there is a 5% chance of getting entered into a golden room.
I like
And these
this.
golden rooms pay out differently. They pay out more handsomely. First place now, you're getting $10 in cash. Second place, you're getting $7 in cash. Third place, $5. Fourth place is getting 175 essence, and fifth is getting 150 essence. It's a little bit of cash getting involved in these golden rooms.
I kind of like it. Uh, I will say, I wish though that maybe if instead of it being random, if there was like a way, like if you placed in the top three the day before, I think like rather
Hmm.
than just like being like, oh, it's just a random draw, like
Sure.
give the person who wins, or like a ticket into like or like should the winner of a daily competition get an automatic entry into the golden room for the next day, like something like that. uh
Or you
but
could do,
looking at
yeah, like, yeah.
these
Mhm.
payoffs though, like 150 for fifth place, that's the same as third place in a normal room. So like
Hmm.
you're basically go like by getting into this room, you're kind of already winning. Um, I think that's fair again. Uh, but maybe again have the jackpot factor. Maybe you uh only pay out top one from a cash perspective. I don't know.
Sure.
And then you give the essence to the second and third place. The but it definitely is enticing. My biggest recommendation, or I don't know, change I would make if I was the game maker, is instead of it being random, I think I would have some tie back to performance in the arena before.
Yeah, I like a little like streak where
Yeah.
you win a reward in these rooms like 3 days in a row. And that
Yep.
gets you into a room where you can win cash instead of essence or something of that nature.
Yep. Yep.
I like that.
It's like you're doing better than your peers, and this kind of gives you like a little incentive. But hey, I mean, random is also fair too, where in that
Yeah.
scenario we're saying
Everyone
like
has a chance.
the whales would probably win, just like that. So I know we've
Right.
been uh all over the years kind of saying like, yeah, the game is a little too whaley sometimes. This actually is a more fair way to do it, to like
Sure.
make let the little guy win sometimes.
Absolutely. Um, I guess we can, anything else about the dailies?
No, I mean, I want to play it. That's the
Yeah,
last thing I'll
I'm
say is like
curious.
it's
I'm
got me
curious to try
enticed.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. I'll be very curious to see what the competition is like. Um, I, I, I think we all here like to think that we're like pretty good Sorare MLB managers. Like we feel like we know MLB pretty good. So I'm curious what the other people are gonna look like in these competitions.
Right. And like when we think like when you're building your lineup, like for example, Zach Wheeler pitched today. You think he did pretty well. Um, when you're setting your biweekly lineup, you think to yourself, oh, he just has to pitch once over this 3 or 4 game stretch. When you're considering the arena, uh, I might, unless you have the ace that's going that day, you're going to probably be at a significant disadvantage. Again,
Hmm.
assuming we're playing the daily version. So I don't know, maybe that does create like if the competition is there, maybe you do see people like having three Zach Wheelers all of a sudden, because they're like, yeah, I want to win my room, and like it makes sense for me to go out and get the best pitcher for the given day.
Right.
And I might say to myself, hey, like if I only have, I don't know, George Kirby, he pitched pretty good against the Brewers for a little bit, but like would I enter that day? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can kind of base it off of like how you're already setting your daily lineups, but I
Hmm.
would like I will set a daily lineup with no starting pitcher, knowing that I'm not going to win. I mean, I might win something, but odds are you're not going to, push up into the top of that competition without a starting pitcher going. So you can kind of play it the same way where, okay, I have Yamamoto pitching today. I'm going to enter the daily arena because I know I have one of the best pitchers pitching today. And you can kind of play it by ear like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how people kind of strategize it.
Because again, the arena is only one competition. If all of a sudden everyone is putting their best daily lineup in the arena, hey, maybe go for the daily swing then, Like
Right.
if everyone's zigging, you kind of have to zag sometimes, and that's the best way
True.
to play so rare. Um,
True.
so I do think like, when you're making your decision, and we'll get an update on the prize pools, but you should compare the payouts of what you can get from the arena versus what you could get just in a competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at those bi-weekly competitions, so the entry fee goes up to that 100 essence for the bi-weeklies. Um, for the regular room, you're looking at first place getting 340 essence, second place getting 220 essence, third 160, fourth 100, and fifth 80. So a percentage of that entry fee back. I'm less enticed by
Interesting.
these bi-weeklies. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it. I
yeah,
think at this point I will much rather use my essence for the dailies than for the bi-weekly competition.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the only thing that is cool about the bi-weekly arena is the fact that I can use extra classic cards here. So
Right,
when you compare the daily to the like that's where the no energy part of it, I think, is really important. Like if I have, a bunch of leftovers that, would maybe find its way into a daily lineup eventually, I might throw it in the arena. Because again, like, but at the same time, if all of a sudden everyone's doing it in the arena, maybe you go play back to your daily. So yeah, I think as it is, I'm less enthused about the bi-weekly. And it probably would be like my Challenger 3 lineup. If
right.
if that's who I would be entering in it anyway.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a tenth of a card to enter the arena.
Right.
And the highest payout is like a third of a card for essence. So it can definitely speed up the process to acquiring more cards. But if you have to enter or keep entering these competitions to increase your essence, then you're losing essence. Like the
Right.
whole point of
Right.
getting more essence would be to craft more cards, but you're paying
True.
essence to try and win more essence to craft the cards. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic. Like where's the line? You obviously have to win.
Yeah.
Even getting fourth place is only getting your money back. So you kind of have to gauge how much you want to invest in terms of essence before you're spending too much essence, and then you're never going to be able to craft a card anyway,
And no
which would be the
card.
whole point.
And no card. No card payout.
No
We
card
saw
payout.
that the normal non-golden room, you got a tier two if you win the daily. The 340 essence, that's not a full card. That's a third of a
Not even
card, like Josh
close.
said.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like the fact that it's weaker, that seems like a miss to me.
Yeah. It it kind of gives off the vibe a little bit that So Rare underestimated how much essence people were gonna get, and too
Hmm.
many people are crafting cards. So now they're trying to make you
Hmm.
spend your essence a little bit, or at least half the people will be spending their essence and not getting it back. That's kind of what it feels like a little bit. I don't know if you get that vibe too, but with some of these payouts, it's kind of interesting. It's like you're giving them back the essence, so you're not crafting more cards to hopefully win some cash, maybe a card, maybe some more essence.
Right. Right. I mean, it sort of is like you're betting against other, it's like a zero sum game. Like if we're in the arena together, maybe one of us gets our 50 back, maybe you get 100 back, but then I get zero. So like
Right,
then maybe you get to craft a card and then I don't. So
right.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, looking at the golden room then, again, no card, no cash for these biweekly competitions. It's just increased essence payout.
Yep.
Um, I think double would have been a nice little friendly graphic here, but it's not. 600 for first, 400 for second, 280 for third, 180 for fourth, 140 for fifth. So just under double for each of them.
Yeah, like if I get into the golden room, I want to be freaking like just jumping
Paid.
up and down. Like I want to send a message to the group chat and be like, dude, like I'm in the golden room. Like let's go.
Yeah.
Like this is sick.
Yeah.
Like the essence for the biweekly or the current prize pool does not make me feel that way. If I'm be
Nope.
like, oh cool, like if I win, I could get double the amount of essence that I could get. Like, oh cool. It's still not a full card. It's like a
Right.
little more than half a card, but considering how with the daily you can get cash, that's like again, like I get the making the daily more fun and that's cool, but don't make the bi-weekly lame. I don't know. Does it
Right.
feel is am I being too critical of it? Like or does that get you excited looking at those prize
No,
pools for the
I
gold room?
I agree. I think again, like we don't need to sit here and harp on on it. It'll be fun. But I think they could have done 1,000 essence maybe for first place in the
Yeah,
golden room,
card.
and then you get to
Yeah,
craft a card. You're not giving away all tier twos to all the people in the golden rooms or tier ones or whatever they may have decided on. You're just giving away 1,000 essence to be able to craft a card. And it can be whatever tier you end up winning. But remember, these are 5%. 5% of
yeah,
all arenas are going to be these golden rooms. And this is for a bi-weekly competition. This is only
right,
twice a week. So it's 5% at twice a week. That is pretty hard odds, it seems like, to get into this room. And the
right.
payouts just are a little less than double what a normal room is. And there's no money, there's no card like there is for daily. It feels much less enticing than the daily arena.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the the vibe that the golden room should have is like I'm sending a message to my friends. I'm in the golden room. This is going to be a really fun day.
Right,
And that's how you have to build the prize pools to get people to be that excited. Um,
right.
I think the daily does that. I think they nailed it.
Yeah,
I think the
yeah,
daily, the fact that there's cash up for grabs, the essence payouts are really strong.
yep.
They just need to fix the biweekly.
I'm thinking back to boxes. Remember the
Ooh, yeah.
percentages for
Remember
boxes? I
those. I
want to
remember
say,
boxes.
I
Yeah.
want to say around a couple percent, maybe up to a 5% for some of the boxes to win a card. So if the golden room is a 5% chance, like again, it feels like that's kind of the level to be shooting for.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I would actually rather be cash than a card,
Right.
but
Right.
either way, man, either way, I feel like there should be a little bit more there. And that's
Yep.
true for all golden rooms for all
Yep.
scarcities for the
Yep.
biweekly.
Yeah. It's funny, the dailies do pay out some sort of cash, uh, with the exception maybe of super rare. Um, but from a limited and rare perspective, which I think majority of players play, the
Hmm.
daily does pay out cash in the golden room, and the bi-weekly golden rooms do not pay out cash. So
Yep.
that definitely seems like a miss.
Yep. There is no super rare daily competitions,
Okay.
just super rare biweeklies. Well, next on the list in the update is another new competition. They really threw it all at us for this mid-season update, I tell you.
They did,
Uh,
yeah.
we're getting legend competition. Unlock exclusive challenges with vault level. So basically, you have to have a certain vault level, level 5, which is 80 cards or more for limited in your vault to be able to participate in this competition, once you have that level of cards, it is a threshold, dare I say
Yeah,
that word
yeah.
about So Rare? A threshold type competition to win prizes, cash prizes. First things first, we're a little we Andrew and I love our like names and So Rare's catchphrases and they just we're a little confused about legend.
Yeah. Because
But you
legends in the
can't
SoRare context implies a Hall of Fame player,
correct,
a
which
player
they
who
have in So
transcended
Rare
the sport.
football.
Right. They do have legends. They've had legend competitions. So again,
So
I don't know what the label would be, but yeah, it could, and you can't call it a vault competition either because we kind of
right.
have those
We
too.
have,
So
yeah.
um,
I mean, vault picks, vault competition, yeah, it would get a little confusing. When I first saw this, I actually thought we were getting legend cards, which
that's
would
what
have
I
been
thought
really
too.
cool. Would have been really cool. But it's not that. It's just an extra competition legend.
Yeah.
Maybe we're looking at it wrong. Maybe it's like the key, the legend.
And we did look at it. So you do have to have 80 cards vaulted for this. Now, looking at this from a limited perspective, the current cash payouts. So Josh implied this. It does have a threshold feel to it where if you get 230 points with your lineup, you win $10. If you crack 250, you get 15. The moonshot, if you get 53 points per player in your lineup, that's a 375 point score. You get $500. I don't think we've ever come close to that, but it's cool that that's
Nope.
there.
It's cool. I
In a
like it.
more realistic sense, though, I do think this cash prize, I think if you're at 50, maybe 40 cards vaulted, I think it might be worth it actually to go out, make some offers to people who are selling, 50 cent, the guys who have red X's, maybe retired players, players who aren't in the league anymore. Um, you could probably get them, let's say for 50 cents a pop.
I was say
Um,
$20 maybe.
so if you're sitting at 60 cards vaulted, again, the easiest way to do it, go through, you probably have some guys in your IL. That's an easy free vault. You don't even have to
Yep.
buy a player for that.
Yep.
Um, that's what I would start with. And then let's say you can get up to like 50, 60 cards. I do think it'd be worth it actually to go pick up some of these really small, inexpensive guys. And if you hit 230, if you hit 250, you've essentially paid off and then you have a level 5 vault, which then gives you more rewards in the future. And again, if they do this
True.
again, you'll be set up. You don't have to do it. So I actually do think there is an incentive to go out and fill your vault if you haven't already. Um, and if you do, this is like for myself, have a lot of cards. I'm gonna enter this with my best lineups.
I was going to say, okay, so my first question was going to be if I am just short of having those 80 cards, are you sacrificing a challenger lineup? So let's just say my challenger 2 lineup to get to over the hump in the vault.
I would say you would be better off going and buying players
You
to
think?
fill that. However, though, we've talked about this on the previous one. Given how amazing, I feel like I've been a little too critical. I do want to say the daily picks with
Mm-hmm.
your vault are
Super
amazing.
fun.
That's one of the best additions to the game.
Agree.
I do think you could potentially win Essence that way too, with
True.
those cards. I will
True.
say though, with these changes with Arena, energy is still going to be very important. So if you're not getting enough energy, that will harm you long term in the game. So I still think it probably would make sense to just go out, get some 50 cent players, fill it out that way, then sacrificing some cards that you would be entering in a competition.
True. My second question was going to be if you do have 80 cards, this is your number one lineup.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Yes.
Like your
Yes.
champion one is your legend competition lineup.
Ooh, that's a.
Or are you using energy?
I probably would use some energy.
Is your
Um,
champion lineup not your best lineup? Would
my
be the
champion
first
lineup
question.
is my
Okay,
best lineup.
okay. But
But I
you
was just
use
thinking,
energy.
so so looking at this, so right now, if I got 50th place in champion, which I think I've maybe done or top 50 cracked it like once this season, I
Hmm.
would win 20 bucks. Obviously, there's the jackpot effect. If I got first place, you get $400.
Right,
Um, Yeah, I think and there is the jackpot here where you get that $500, which is probably the equivalent of scoring enough points to win a champion competition. Yes, I do think given my poor performance, I'm going to try to put my best lineups in the vault competition for that. Because again, it's a single week. If this was
right.
every week, maybe I would do it differently, but
Sure.
I want to get my cash money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like it. I think that's a great strategy. I think the rewards look appear to be pretty darn good.
They
So I
do,
think
yeah.
I think it's
It's
worth it.
enticing.
It's very worth it. I'm definitely going to vault more people. It might be a grind to get to that 80 point, but one thing that I guess I didn't see is this staying? Is this going to be a reoccurring thing?
No, I don't believe so. Or maybe it'll
So
be a
it's
couple times
just
through the
this game
season.
week or just randomly throughout the season, you think?
They've had one vault competition before.
Okay,
And it was like a juiced rewards. I don't think it paid out cash fully. Um, or maybe it did to like the top 10 or something like that. Uh,
sure.
but no, I do not think this is going to be a reoccurring competition. If it is, that would be amazing. This
Right,
would be almost as good as like So Rare Football was back in the day. Um,
right,
but I think you treat it like a one-off competition, and I do
sure.
think for each scarcity, you, it it would be worth it to fill out that vault if you're close, especially with IL and
Yeah,
players that aren't that got hurt throughout the season.
right.
I think you could fill it out.
I feel like people have more um like more cards that they don't use than they think. At least that's true for me. So I'm gonna
Yep.
assume it's true for most managers. Like scrolling through my gallery right now, like there's some names where I'm like, yeah, I guess I don't really use this guy. Like, or oh, this guy
Yep.
got hurt and he's out for a couple months, or he's out till the end of the season, basically. Like, might as well chuck him in the vault. I'm not gonna use him.
And I do think, for like what we said before about vaulting your Challenger 2 lineup, although I mean you can unvault, I think one card per week. I was going to
Right.
say, I don't know if it would be worth it to temporarily vault your best guys. That probably wouldn't make sense, but
No.
um, yeah, definitely, another source of guys for your vault is like Josh said, if you're just not playing a card, uh, don't don't just keep them in your gallery.
Right.
Put them in your vaults. That's another great source for vault cards.
It's I want to say it's you have to wait a week after vaulting and it's one a day,
Oh,
I
it's
want to
one a
say.
day. Okay.
I think, right?
Down that lineup. Yeah, let's see. If I go to my vault right now and I click to unseal, let's see. I think it's going to give me a red. Yes, it's going to decrease how it works. Here we go. Yeah, while I'm looking at this, I do think people can find
Yeah, one card
cards to vault.
per day. One
Okay,
card
one.
every 1 day per scarcity.
Yeah, so if you're maybe like five, six cards away and you really don't want to spend that extra money, I think it could be worth it to even vault some cards that you do use in the line, sacrifice the lineup for a week to get into the
Sure,
competition. I think
sure.
it might make sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the last thing, anything else about the legend competition?
No, I mean do it every week, but I don't think that's the case.
That would be awesome. Last quick little thing here is they updated the prize pools. It looks like they added more essence, and that is kind of the majority of what they did. So a little bit more essence payouts for all-star and champion competitions.
I would love to see. I agree. Show us what it was before and show
Right.
us what the new number is. I get, sometimes they kind of want to shroud that a little bit, but you know, without having the context, like nobody memorized. I would hope that no one knows. Maybe if you have a photographic memory, what the 67th person who finishes in Limit All Star, how many essence they win. Just knowing that off the top of your head, I don't think many people fall into that camp. Uh,
Right.
but yeah, I would love to see with these prize pools, like show us what it was before and show us what it is now. Because I think that's a little bit easier to understand than just like, oh, like now if I score this, this is what I will win. When I would say most people probably weren't aware of what it was before.
Right. There is currently, it looks like 164 cards listed 97 cents or cheaper on the market.
Okay.
So there you go. You get 40 of those cards. I've seen a lot around the like 75 cent mark. So 40 cards would cost you 30 bucks.
That's without making an offer. I believe that Sower has a minimum for listing now. It's around, I think, 0.002 ETH,
Sure.
but you can offer like I think 27 cents,
Oh, wow.
or like
Okay.
I think like around a quarter, if from a US dollar perspective, is the you can offer that in a trade, but a manager
Let's
cannot
see.
list at that price. So I would say like don't be afraid to send some offers. I might even do that myself too if um just to try to pad some of my vault.
Right. Well, there you go.
I like the updates.
That's it for the updates. I like it. Adding in some new fun competitions. I like that they're getting creative with ways to incorporate new competitions without just adding new competitions.
Yes.
They've
Yeah,
done
I
a
think
great job with
another
that.
like when they had all those different bi-weeklies, like this is way more fun than AL, NL, way more fun than the Sandlot. Uh like I think like that yeah, they're not just cloning existing competitions, but they're thinking about what are new formats that we can do. And I love it.
Yeah.
I would
Can
even
I
say,
send? Go
or
ahead.
uh, like kind of make it copy, DraftKings FanDuel fantasy perspective where, it's a 50 essence, but imagine what if 1,000 people put that up? Imagine what that
Right.
could look like. That would
Right.
be crazy.
Absolutely. That would be wild.
Why not? Why not? Why not do
Yeah.
100? Why not
Yeah.
do 1,000?
Sure. I like it. I'm with you, man. Just go all in.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
chips on the table.
yeah.
All right. Well, what do you say we pickle it up a little bit?
Well, no, we gotta remember our history.
Oh,
We got a cameo from Jacob right
that's
here.
right. That's
I
right. How
know,
could
we
I
got our
skip
day
over
in history.
the best part of the pod?
I know.
All right,
Jacob,
Jacob.
take it away.
Yeah, we're kicking it over to you, man.
That's right. Today's episode is brought to you by me. It's Jacob. We're back here. And I apologize for not being here, but I'm here. So we've made up for it, right? But this episode's actually brought to you by this day in history, which we'll get to in a second. But before we get to this day in history, we got to talk about some history that was just made. And my apologies if Josh and Andrew have already talked about it, but Nick Kurtz, 4 home runs for a rookie, the first time ever. 6 for 6. Craziness. There has been a debate if that was the greatest offensive performance ever. Not just by a rookie, ever. Crazy. And yeah, I'm not here to add fuel to the debate whether it was the greatest game ever. All the baseball people online are debating that already. I'm just here to provide you some stats from Nick Kurtz's incredible historic game. So before we get to this date in history, we'll get to, I guess, this year in history that even though it only happened a few days ago, but Nick Kurtz against the Astros here went 6 for 6 with 4 home runs, 8 ribbies, and 19 total bases. That's right. That means he circled the bases almost 5 total times after hitting 4 home runs. But what's even crazier is that if you total together all his home runs, it totaled a distance of 1,549 feet. That's almost a third of a mile of home runs, just under. And he's also the first rookie to ever do it, as I've already mentioned before. But what's crazy is that earlier in the game, he actually hit a ball off of the wall in left center field that would have been a home run in 3 out of 30 ballparks. That's right. So, for example, if he was playing in Citi Field, he would have had a 5 home run game. Now, of course, different field conditions, different weather conditions, whatever, we always like to speculate. But how about that? If all the conditions remain the same and we just change ballparks, he could have had 5 home runs. So, little Sorare note, he managed to put up 89 points in a single game. That has to be a record. I didn't do any research on it, so maybe Josh and Andrew did, but if they didn't, I will definitely look that up by the time next week's episode airs. 89 Sorare points for Nick Kurtz. 95 for me. I have his card with the bonus percentage. 95 points in a single game. And he has, with the bonus, of course, gotten me over 100 now by the time of recording this. 100-point scoring week is almost unheard of in basketball, in football, and he did it in baseball. So, how about that, Nick Kurtz? He is now the clear favorite to win the Rookie of the Year, and Vegas Insider, at the time of recording this, has him at minus 2,000. Minus 2,000. Not only did he overtake his teammate Jacob Wilson, but he overtook him by magnitudes. So there you go. If you want some free money, I guess, throw it at, not financial advice, throw it at Nick Kurtz. After this 4 home run game, does that just automatically win him the Rookie of the Year? No rookie's ever done it before. So there you go, Nick Kurtz. Had to talk about him for a second here, but let's move on to this date in history, and we're actually going with July 26th. So July 26th was a few days ago as of uploading this podcast, but bear with me. So, on July 26, 1991, Mark Gardner of the Montreal Expos threw a no-hitter in his 20th ever start. Asterisk, however, that no-hitter was through 9 innings, and after 9 innings, the game was still tied 0-0. Gardner, who had been throwing an incredible game already, and by the way, it was only his 20th ever start in the big leagues, went out to pitch the 10th. And sure enough, wouldn't you know it, first batter that comes to the plate hits a leadoff single, breaking up his no-hitter, and that runner eventually came around to score, meaning that he still threw a no-hitter through 9 innings, but picked up the loss, doesn't go down in the history books as a no-hitter, and lost the game. So that's something you don't see very often, if not at all. Gotta feel bad for him. I mean, it's an incredible feat, to be fair, and he's down in the history books for this incredible feat, but not for throwing a no-hitter. Now, there's a little bit of a bonus to this story as well, because a few days later, Dennis Martinez of the Montreal Expos threw the 13th ever perfect game in MLB history. That's right, so that means the Dodgers in this series went 18 innings without a hit and still managed to win one of those games. So how about that? Mark Gardner, no-hitter through 9, doesn't count after he gives up a hit in the 10th, and then his teammate a few days later throws one up, in fact, a couple up, like a couple steps up of what he did, and throws a perfect game, the 13th ever perfect game in Major League history. So there you have it. This day in history, July 26, 1991. Throwing it back over to Josh and Andrew now. Good luck on the pickle. I believe you can get it in under 5. That's my prediction. Under 5 today. It's going to be a player that's well known, but you're not going to get in the first couple guesses, but you're going to narrow it down. I believe. So here we go. Thanks again. Make sure to subscribe, and you'll see Josh and Andrew, but you'll see me in the next episode as well for a much longer period of time. Hopefully. Hey, unless they smash the duo cast, maybe they can take over, right? Maybe they can take over. But hey, thanks again.
And he's kicked it. Jacob scores. Woo.
Bang! Back in
Wow.
1927. No,
Okay,
I
wait,
don't.
let's
I don't
see.
actually
Can
know the
you,
date.
do you think you could get the year within? Okay, I feel like he hasn't done anything from the beyond 1980. I'm gonna
I was gonna
say,
say. I'm gonna say this is a newer one. I agree with you.
ooh, you're gonna do newer?
I was gonna go like 90s. This felt like a 90s vibe kind of thing.
90s vibe. I'm gonna say, ooh, maybe a blockbuster trade. It's trade
Oh,
deadline.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Brewers CC Sabathia. CC Sabathia Hall of
Oh,
Fame. All right, I'm calling it now. CC Sabathia to Brewers
okay.
Hall of
I
Fame.
like it.
That's his day in history. Or Ichiro. Or Ichiro's
What
debut,
day
something like that.
did CC get traded to the Brewers? The transaction happened on July
Wow.
7th.
That's right. We did have him for a long time.
You're too late, man. That was a good
Yeah.
guess though. Really
Wow.
good guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's see. We didn't really talk about anybody. Let's go one of the trades. So either
Ooh,
Josh Naylor or Ryan McMahon.
let's do it. Let's do Josh Naylor.
Yeah, I like that. That,
Oh, we
that
got the
looks so
updated
weird
team.
seeing him in the
I
AL.
know, I know.
Okay,
Okay,
so we got
right,
NL
ready.
West. Let's do NL West. Just get that out of the way.
Okay,
Um, 20 around 28. Let's say this
Tatis.
is
Oh, Tatis.
yeah, yeah. He's probably a little younger than he's 26. It is the NL West. And he
Okay,
is
he's
26.
he's probably American. He's probably American. 26.
Probably American. So we
Dodgers,
got Dodgers, we got
Rockies.
Rockies. That'd be wait, we have to guess somebody on the Diamondbacks.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Josh Naylor's team.
Oh my God.
Um, okay. It is it's righty.
We could do a pitcher
One of
too.
the
Is
pitchers.
Pifot? How old is he? He's probably 26.
Yeah. He's 20. No way. No. Dude.
That's the second week in a row.
Yeah, just sniped. Absolutely. Dude,
What?
wait. Okay. This is wild. We guessed Naylor because he got traded from the Diamondbacks, and then it was a Diamondbacks player.
That's insane. Yeah, you saying Diamondbacks helped me, and then I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
He
That's
dominated the
awesome.
Brewers. We
He
saw him
did.
live. He
He
killed us.
did.
He absolutely killed us.
That's so funny.
I'll never forget his name.
Oh
Uh,
man. Wow. What a snipe by Andrew there. You nailed it. That's you said twice in a row, 2 weeks in a row. Just
on the
crushed it.
third guess, it just comes to me. That's insane.
Bang. Wow. You are him. Well, there
Can't
you
win
have
with
it.
you.
Don't forget to leave us a rating wherever you're listening to our podcast. Go check out the socials, subscribe to the YouTube. We'll be back next week. Don't you worry. Jacob will be back. We'll get the trio back in action here. But until then, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Peace.